Alright, so this is Caroline Flack. Apparently she committed suicide after hitting her boyfriend on the head or something. That was the story at the time. I don't know exactly what went on. Obviously, it's sad that people commit suicide. If she did commit suicide, I don't know. That's what we're told. Like I said, what we're told and what happens is not the same. But let's say she did commit suicide. Anyway, the bottom line is this. Um, isn't afraid to dish the deals of her romantic life. Famously linked to Prince Harry, in 2011, when she was 31, she struck up a romance with then 17-year-old heartthrob Harry Styles. Alright then. Well, isn't this very similar to the allegations made about Russell Brand, that he apparently had a relationship with a 16-year-old when he was 31? Right? Although they like to say when he was in his 30s, because when you're in your 30s, if you have that kind of mentality, you can imagine that a person, it's like, you know, when you hear about somebody who's a rapist and then they show a picture of him now when the rape allegedly happened in 1972 or something. It's a bit misleading, isn't it? Because it would suggest that the person who's doing the rape is the person you see now. Instead, it's some completely different person from 40 or 50 years ago. But like I said, I'm not suggesting there's anything wrong. There's what Caroline Flack did with 17-year-old heartthrob Harry Styles, although he's not heartthrob to me, just a very stupid looking boy, to be honest. Is completely legal. And if something is legal, it's legal. You can't say, oh, it's legal, but blah, 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 blah. No, it's legal. She had a relationship, a legal relationship with someone, and there's no reason why not. She's a woman and he is a young man, and they can do whatever they like, and that is just the way it is. And you know, obviously people's emotions might get hurt, and that's just part and parcel of being a human being and growing up. You might say, oh, she was famous, da-di-da-di-da. She might just prefer younger men. Maybe she thought Harry Styles was cute. I don't know, because she's not around, and even if she was, she probably can't remember what she felt at the time. So what I'm saying is, Caroline Flack was treated by the media in a very, very sympathetic way, because she was a woman, and nobody's and you know, generally speaking, it wasn't considered wrong for her to have a relationship. I mean, in fact, a lot of guys, when you're 17, you'd probably like a 31-year-old, 33-year-old. Now she's 33. They love that number. 33-year-old Caroline Flack, Harry Styles. I was Caroline Flack. Prince Harry's bit of rough, she lamented. Harry's bit of rough. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, she hasn't got much taste in men, has she, to be fair? But like I said, we have a lot of examples of much older women. For example, Madonna, who is in her 60s, 60, I don't know, 5 or something. I don't know how old she is. She's trying to look like a teenager, to be honest, and not succeeding. Awful looking woman. She's dating a 24-year-old or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like a 40-year age gap. But like I said, that's totally legal. It's not my business. I don't criticise her. Maybe if I was a 65-year-old woman or whatever she is, I would prefer to date a 24-year-old. I mean, clearly, you know, it could be. Most men of that age would prefer someone younger, but you don't know. I mean, when you're 17, a 31-year-old is attractive. You know, it's exciting, would be exciting. Because at that age, you're still, a 31-year-old woman can still be very attractive. But, you know, when you're 24 and she's 65, there must be another, you're obviously just doing it for the money or something. I can't imagine anyone fucking Madonna for anything other than money, although she obviously fancies herself. I mean, it really would be worrying. That woman is such a narcissist. It's not a sexy thing at all. But like I said, I'm only bringing up Caroline Flack in the context of this shit which is going on now in the media about age difference. They're saying age difference, age difference, age difference. Yes, sometimes people get together with people who are much younger or older than they are. What's the big deal? I mean, now we're being encouraged to actually have our genitals chopped off, or we're encouraged even to change sex. And yet, for some reason, dating someone, an actual male or female, who is older or younger than you are, has become some sort of taboo. Well, no, I thought this was an age of anything goes. I thought you could just be who you are. Some people might prefer, and let's not pretend it's all one-way traffic. You might be a younger person who prefers the company of someone older. It might give you it might turn you on, right? It doesn't always have to be about victimization. I personally prefer attractive women. In fact, I wouldn't dream of going out with anyone who I didn't find attractive. Isn't that that's wrong of me, isn't it? I really should, it's like these transgenders who are demanding that men date them and all the rest of it. Sorry, I'm not going to do that because I prefer actual real women. You can call me what you like. I'm not. It's not going to. It's not going to happen. Get used to it. Not that anybody really wants to date me, to be fair. But let's say I was a famous person or something. The bottom line is you are fully entitled to prefer younger or older people if that's what you want. And it's perfectly true to say that older people tend to have more money than younger people because they've got a more developed career. Now, you might say, well, that's all wrong. I mean, Caroline Flack, when she was 31, had already established herself career-wise. Harry Styles was still starting out. Are we going to say, oh, well, she was exploiting her position? No, she was 31, he was 17. It was by mutual agreement. Legally, when you're 16, you can make these decisions. That is the law. There's no need to change the law now. Even if she'd been 51, it's not going to kill him. Even if a 17-year-old has sex with a 80-year-old, if they want to do that, then that's their business. It's not my business, it's not your business, and it's certainly not the government's business.